Hello and welcome to the very first episode of Dungeons of the Dragons. I am your host and DM, Jourdan Lees. And with me today are my esteemed players. First, we have a man whose locks the Viking gods would envy, David Nowers. David, tell us a little bit about your character.
A little awkward. My hair is up now.
Well, I mean, you could see his little man bun.
Something to look forward to for everybody.
One day. I am David Nowers, and I will be playing a rock gnome, Ruben P. Glowstone. Ruben is a cleric of Lathlander cleric. He's a light cleric. Ruben's he's a little bit of a good old boy. He's gonna be a little country. He grew up simple life. He's a little slight even for a gnome. He will not be doing the heavy lifting. Blonde hair. He's kind of blonde, tan, weathered skin. About 3.5 feet tall. Probably a shade under 40 pounds.
Perfect.
That's Ruben.
Yeah. Next, we have a man who many people would probably mistake as my brother. It's Paul Sunderhaus. Paul, tell us a little bit about your character.
Sure. So I'll be playing the character of Glyphord Hune. He's a drow elf. He's all his life kind of been really good at one thing, and that's being a ranger and exploration. He's been doing that for a significant amount of time now. So much so that it's kind of become his daily grind, so to speak. More on that later, I think.
Yeah.
He's pretty average height, pretty average all around, remarkably. He'll have to grow quite a bit, I'm pretty sure. So we'll see. We'll learn more.
Sweet. All right. And lastly, we have a man who can count on both his hands and his toes, but his character probably cannot. We have Camden Dalton. Cam, tell us a little bit about your character.
Yeah, so I'll be playing Khalladak Rock Pusher. So he's a bugbear, so pretty massive, monstrous-looking creature. But, he's good-looking for his race, I guess. As the name implies, he pushes rocks, specifically boulders and dungeons, which we'll talk more to. But generally, you'll find he's like... when you see concrete workers like out doing their thing, they just have all that like gray dust and mud on them.
Yep.
That pretty similar. But
just on your fur.
Yeah, just on my fur and the tattered cloths.
Yeah.
That I wear. Or clothes, as some people call them.
Awesome. Well, without further ado, let's just jump into Dungeons of the Dragons. It's been a very long and boring Monday in the dungeon of the Green Dragon Grundelwald. It's been a few days since any adventurer has been passing into the dungeon at all, and even longer since anyone has gone down the west wing, where we find, standing at the top of a slope, Khalladak Rock Pusher. You are just now relieving another bugbear of similar size and stature, but of course not as big, not as big or not as strong.
Of course not.
He's the night shift duty.
Right.
So Glubnug is sitting on the ground, kind of getting his stuff together. You can see he's irritated about something. You hear him just like,
I'm getting tired of this job. It's really starting to wear on me. You know what I mean? Every day we get up here and ain't nobody been come down the West End in quite a few weeks at this point. And we don't get paid enough to just sit around. I mean, fair, we are just sitting around, but still, we don't get any action. We're not treated nicely. I can barely afford any of the hot brown downstairs in level 2. It's just too expensive. So here's the thing, Cal. What would you think about onanizing?
What was that?
I'm thinking, what if we onanized, like all of us, down here, we all get together and we agree that we're not going to do any more work until they pay us equally. We'll all one-unize. We'll all be one.
Kind of like maybe like a union.
Yeah.
We all are unified.
You're unifying this. Yeah, we'll be a unifying. A unifying.
I like it. But, I kind of just want to do my own thing.
You're happy with just sitting here pushing rock every day?
I have been. Yeah. But I kind of just want to do me, I don't want to be a part of anything.
Well, whatever. Well, I guess that's all right with you.
So as you guys are having this this conversation, you begin to see a shadow appearing at the bottom of the slope. Something is finally starting to come into your slope area.
I clap my hands and just a puff of dust goes up and I start rubbing them really hard and I just take off running.
Okay.
Just for the rock.
Okay. So you're at your rock.
I get in rock pushing stance.
Okay. Roll a perception check.
A perception check. 12. My perception is 2, so 14.
Well, first off, you notice that the shadow is coming from not the way most adventurers would be walking up into this area, but actually coming from the opposite direction, like deeper from down the west part of the dungeon.
Who is it? Who goes there? I'm about to push the rock.
Don't push the rock.
I'm gonna push the rock.
Don't push the rock
I'm gonna push the rock.
All right.
I pushed the rock.
God dang it.
All right. Make a dexterity saving throw with advantage.
Ooh. That's a 6. And a crit.
And okay.
20.
As soon as you see this boulder, this Khalladak just heaves into it. It starts rolling down the ramp. You just kind of nimbly just hop out of the way, and it just rolls right past you and kind of lands in this this hidden pit that you've known has been there, but it's been just covered up with reeds and stuff, and this big boulder just crashes into this little pit next to it.
Come on. Come on, Khalladak. I've done this several times now. Don't you know I've been coming from that side of the wing?
Yeah, I know it's been you. I knew it was you the whole time. Hey, let's get the retrieving crew. Let's bring the rock back.
Even these rocks. I gotta say, that rock was especially nice looking this time.
Yeah, well, I polish it.
You see a Glubnug, and he's just like,
It's just us now, man. Didn't you hear? Last week, they cut the rest of the crew. It's just us pushing the rock back up now.
Well, then you better go down and get it, because I'm not getting
my
it.
shift is
I'm
over.
not getting
My
it.
shift is over.
and you see him bare his teeth, and you see his one gold tooth that protrudes out from his little fang, and he's just
My shift is over.
Somebody's gonna have to get that rock,
It's
and
gonna
it's
be
not
your
gonna
rock.
be.
It's
No,
gonna be
it's
your
not
rock.
gonna be
I'm not
me.
gonna get that rock.
I'm already walking down to go get the rock.
At
I'm
this
just
point-
busting his chops,
At this point, I made it to the top of the slope and was kind of standing, waiting patiently.
yeah, okay.
and I've walked right past him.
So go ahead and give me a strength check to just push the rock out of the hole.
Okay.
It's just kind of jammed in there, like it would cover it when it's rolling down.
An 8? No, I don't know if that counts. So as powerful build.
Oh yeah.
When determining your carrying capacity and the weight you can push, drag, or lift, I count as large.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that means I get advantage or something.
It's not so much advantage as it's just going to be a lot easier. That rolling that 8's going to be it's fine with your strength and everything. You're going to be able to just push it.
It's gonna be a grunt, but I'm gonna get it.
It's wedged in that little pit, kind of nice, but you're able to. Yeah,
That's a good Serena Williams there.
yeah, that's a great.
Little tennis strength.
So yeah, you start pushing it back up the slope, all on your own, kind of like Atlas style, as you're pushing your back up against it. Get it up to the top.
I'd like to say a few things to Glub Dog.
Oh, please.
Hey, Glub Knob.
Well, that's
How's-
not my name, but
How's that womanizing thing going?
I'm gonna get people behind this, man.
That's
Now-
what you said last week too. Yeah.
I think that there's something there. I think that there's a real hope in that.
Where's this hope coming from?
This guy thinks he's too good to be pushing rocks.
I'm not saying I'm too good. I just think it should be fairer. I don't know.
So suddenly, you guys kind of hear like a shifting noise behind you guys, against the rock wall, and all of a sudden, a secret door comes to the side. This is the secret door that you always take to the lift that takes you up and down from level 2 to level 1. And out from it comes a little kobold. It's like, hey there, guys. How's it going today? You all doing all right?
No. Nobody told me that we're getting rid of the retrieval crew. I just had to push the rock by myself.
Oh, so you haven't heard anything at all. I see. So here's the deal. We are dissolving the entire group that is working on the west side. This is not happening anymore. We're going to put something in here that works real nice, that has a lot of flair, a lot of boom, a lot of kazam. You know what I'm saying?
I like
are
the
you-
sound of this. Yeah.
Well, I don't. Am I losing my job?
Well, all I could say is I'm just the messenger. This is all I am.
I pick him up by his head.
Hey, ha, ha, ha,
And I've got a 10-foot reach, so he's like really far out there.
Just let me go. He's swinging his little arms like back and forth, trying to reach your body, but he's so far away. So he's kind of grabbing onto your arm. He's like, you let me go.
He's gonna write you up again, Khalladak.
Am I losing my job?
I said I'm just the messenger. I don't know. They just said they're dissolving the west faction here. They didn't say anything else.
Wait. Am I out of a job?
I don't know. I'm not your manager.
I'm still holding him, right? I just
Yeah.
turn him to, turn him to face you.
He's just like, I'm not your manager. I don't know.
Well, who is our manager? I turn it back to me.
Well, I don't know. You got to take it up with HR. They're the ones talking with everybody.
Have you seen HR in a while?
I don't think I've ever dealt with HR.
They're pretty elusive.
Well, that's the way HR works, you know. But Gloria will talk to you if you need
All
her.
right, where's Gloria?
She's working in HR. It's the room is down on level 2.
I hate level 2.
Yeah, I know.
I put him back down and
Okay,
just
thank you.
give him a little kick on the butt.
Thank you.
Are there just no rocks on level 2?
Yeah.
Like,
He walks back in, and Glubnug's like,
That's what I'm talking about. If we weaponized it, we wouldn't have any of this issue. I'm gonna take this up with Gloria. I'm gonna go find her, and I'm gonna give her a piece of my mind. Is what I'm gonna do.
All right, see you, Glub. I'm walking towards the elevator. Just not even listening to him.
he's going on the elevator too.
All right, well, I'm going to take the stairs then.
Okay. There aren't any
I don't want to get
stairs.
stuck in the elevator having to listen to him talk about his
I'm gonna follow
Womanizing.
Khalladak to the stairs.
Do you want to wait till they go down the elevator and then, or do you want to go down the elevator with him? And
No. I don't want to go on the elevator. I
Okay.
want to go down the stairs so I don't have to listen to
There
him.
aren't any stairs.
There's no stairs. No.
You just
No, this
wander
is
back through the
I'm
whole
not-
dungeon.
This place is not exactly fireproof. You know, like if there's
not
an
gonna fire
emergency, it's not like.
Well, I'm going to wait for Glub and the little kobold to get on the elevator and look around. There's obviously enough room for both of us to get on there as well. But I'm like, we'll take the next one.
Okay.
Forgot my rock.
All right.
Yeah, I forgot my pebble.
As you start going back down, you see the kobold who's just kind of peeking out a little bit behind Glubnug's leg, and he just kind of gives you 2 birds as the thing just drops beneath, and he disappears from sight. Just 2
I'm gonna
middle
kill him.
fingers.
I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him. What I wouldn't give to put him on the other side of my rock.
All right, so cut to Monday down in the cubes hasn't been all that great. Ruben has been sitting there in his very empty and dingy cubicle. You've gotten a couple bodies today that you've healed up here and there, but just 2 of them. nothing special. A couple like fractured limbs here and there. A couple goblins who set off their own trap that they were trying to reset in a different part of the cave. So you've healed up those two individuals, and then since then you've been copying down healing scrolls just to put into production for later use for other individuals, not yourself. It's just part of your paperwork that you have to do on a daily basis.
Sure.
And as you're sitting there, an individual walks up to you. He's wearing a white button down. His sleeves are rolled up. Suspenders on some slacks that are definitely a little too big for him. You see a green dragonborn carrying a mug of hot brown, and on his back is a huge sword. But he walks over to you and he's just like,
Yeah, so, Ruben, here's the thing, buddy. Your quota's just not been great, man. Yeah.
Well, I hardly feel like that's my fault. I mean, I can only heal the people you bring me.
Yeah, but here's the thing. After a while, we could have brought maybe 3 goblins to you, and you can't do any more than heal them, and then you're asking for a long nap. So that's kind of a problem. We figured maybe after a while, he'd get over this. But you haven't got over this.
It is a hindrance of being a cleric, as I can only go. I've only got so much in me before it's tiresome.
Yeah, well, we have about, I don't know, 10, 15 other clerics that work down here, and here's the thing.
You just gotta let me go. I got it. You gotta let me go, don't you? Well, it's been a lot of fun, but I guess I'll be seeing you. I just see myself. Who's taking this thing off me, by the way?
oh, and as you motion down towards the brand on your chest, which is just a little brand that puts out an illusory kind of floating surface above it that just says, "Hello, my name is Ruben."
Brand like branded into me?
Yeah,
or
it's
like
branded on your chest,
Okay, cool.
but there's also an illusory piece of it that kind of just floats out ahead of it, so it's just kind of always floating there.
Like a hologram.
A hologram almost of your name. Hello, my name is Ruben. As you kind of point on that, he's just like,
Yeah, you're gonna want to take that up with HR. That's just something that you kind of have to deal with. But clear out your area, and we'll get that all figured out.
your area is completely devoid of anything.
Yeah, I have nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing there.
Not even like
You have some scrolls that you've been like doing your paperwork on.
Like there are like a couple of like where I've torn the corner off of some scroll work and like played tic-tac-toe, and
With
it just
yourself?
like you just see where it's gone from the standard 2 lines to like the 3 lines, and eventually I'm up to like 8 lines, and I'm just playing it's like a chessboard,
Four-dimensional
Yeah.
tic-tac-toe.
and that's like you just see that kind of littering one corner.
Yeah. So he's just like,
Well, it's been a pleasure doing work with you.
It has, yes,
Yeah.
sir. It's who is this? Do I know his name?
oh yeah, this is Gregladon, otherwise
Gregladon?
known as just Greg.
Craig Ledon.
He's your manager.
Greg, I will always remember our interactions. The end.
Sounds about right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. So, I probably won't see you later.
Yep.
So you just find Gloria
Yep.
and you chat with her, and I think we'll be all good. All right. You have a good one.
Yep. All right.
And he just like walks away and swigging his hot brown.
Do I know where Gloria is? Have I ever been
You
to
know,
HR?
so HR is on level 2. It is a lone room down a very long dark hallway. You know where it is. You've seen it, but you have never been there. Not many people have.
Okay.
But
is it like at the very end of the hallway?
yeah, it's down
There's
just
like
like
a few chairs for people to like wait.
yeah, to wait.
Just a single torch flickering.
Yeah,
Just a really long dark hallway. Oh, that was the other thing. This entire area, all of the level 2 is lit with this this magical light, this like beautiful magical light that gives off an almost greenish yellow hue that really starts to hurt your eyes after about I don't know, 5 minutes in it.
Is there a vague kind of sourceless hum?
Yeah,
with the
definitely the magic,
flickering
the
every now and
magic, the magic puts off this hum. It's just like this.
Yeah. Mhm. And I'm on level
I
2,
hate
same
the
as HR,
You are on level 2.
and they were on
currently.
level
1.
1.
Yes.
So they got to come up. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
They got to come down. So level
we were
1
on-
is here, and it actually goes
Oh,
down
yeah.
like this. So that's how this dungeon is laid out. As you all are kind of waiting around and you're sitting there, you all of a sudden hear come over these like big sending stones that are kind of like all over the place, that are these magically enhanced sending stones that are kind of put around in the different rooms all over the place. You start to hear this announcement. What up, everybody? Grundelwald here. Hope you're having a Glyph Tag blessed day. Monday morning is a great day to get your week started. All right, so here's the thing. I'm so blessed to have you guys working with me here. Level 1, I am very excited to talk about the expansion. We are starting all over, starting from scratch, and you know that I am really true to the roots of a good dungeon. But here's the thing. It's just gotten a little old-fashioned. We're just not getting the same kind of zest that I think we can get out of a good wing of a dungeon. So we're going to be tearing it down, starting from the roots and going right back up. We're going to have something, I'm just going to say it's going to be a bit explosive, if you know what I mean, all right? So, also, I wanted to bring up level 2. I am so sad to hear about the passing of Gorold Stonebreaker, Paladin of the 5th Infantry. He fought against me for many years, and I imprisoned him here after he lost terribly. But sometimes frenemies are built out of enemies. And that didn't happen in this case, but, you know, I sort of understood what he was good for. And that was to keep the costs down in my healing department, and I really appreciated him for that. So let us all tip our hats to Gorold Stonebreaker. Sometimes you just can't cast Revivify on yourself. All right, so that's going to be it for the day. Keep killing it and working hard, because if you don't, I'll have to let you go or eat you. So, Glyph Tag blessed, Glyph Tag Grundle Dungeon. I'm out. So,
Wow.
the
I like him a lot.
He seems like a cool guy.
yeah, he's a real stellar guy. After the announcement goes off, you all kind of go about your business. All of this sort of happened simultaneously. So you guys being up there and what happened to him kind of were happening simultaneously. So at this point, you guys can take the elevator down and start making your way down through there.
So Glubnug and everybody else and
They're already
Cobalt,
gone.
they're already gone.
Yeah.
They took the elevator down. He was going to Glory as well, right?
Yes, he was going straight to Glory. He wanted to get this like
Yeah, he got fired up.
yeah, he was he was mad. He wanted to get that. He wanted to start that oneness.
I'm assuming I have some sort of quarters
Yes, on level 3.
on 3.
Level 3, yeah.
Okay. I would like to go to my quarters.
Okay. So you go and you make your way to one of the other lifts that is right next door to the lift that they're coming down on.
Okay.
They're not that far away. So you get to there right as their lift lands next to you. You vaguely, so vaguely recall Khalladak
From
from when you got to the dungeon. Yeah.
So I saw Khalladak.
Yeah, just briefly before you fully lost consciousness.
I don't even look at him.
Are you like your eyes darting or?
No, I just don't even pay him like any attention. Like he's so small and I'm so tall.
Oh, it's not out of a sense of embarrassment.
No, I'm just like, oh. Don't even see him.
I just turn and walk off. I head towards my elevator.
Okay.
Yeah, I completely ignore him.
All right. So you get on the elevator.
Yeah.
Taking yourself down to level 3. Level 3 is kind of like a mishmash of corridors. They kind of have everybody sectioned off based on race down there. Race, well, first it's based off of, were you a previous adventurer like yourself, or were you a employee from day one, which is like they would have been. Okay. It's pretty much like a clear cut path. Like everything from your side is just very like dirty and like nobody takes care of it, and then everything from this side of the hall leading towards those dorms, they're actually relatively taken care of. Like it's cleaner that way. So the only way that anything's getting cleaned on your end is if you do it yourself.
Okay.
So you make your way down there. Eventually you kind of, it's like a maze of different like cots and just things that have been kind of strewn together here and there. And so you have like a little shed that belongs to you, and it's not really well taken care of or anything, but you do your best.
Okay. You don't get fired from a dragon's dungeon. I mean, I don't get the sense I'm getting relocated. So I'm just kind of like coming down to look at my home for the last like 9 or 10 months or whatever it's been. Just kind of look around, reach over. I'm going to grab a handful, just like 3 or 4 little pretty, just little smooth rocks that I've just, one of these was from when I almost got killed, when my adventuring team was almost crushed. And I think about seeing Khalladak. I'm just gonna put him in my little sewn-on pocket that I had to sew on to this like smock that I'm wearing because it didn't give me pockets, so I sewed a pocket on. And I walk off.
All right.
Literally came down here to look at this, grab some rocks, and leave. So
okay, great. Do you plan on going? Like, I mean, they've told you that you need.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see Gloria.
So you're
Gloria.
Yep. All right. So you guys have already made your way down to the very dark hallway. This area is not lit with that illusory light that kind of permeates the rest of this area on level 2. It kind of starts to like fizzle out as you get down towards that hallway. There are torches that kind of line the walls here and there. And then sure enough, at the very, very end, you just see a brown door with the name Gloria written on it and HR kind of like right above it.
Are these like dirt floors kind of?
In this area, it's gotten dirtier for sure. So like everything else is kind of like a slate rock. The rest of the floors of this place are like a slate rock. This particular area, though, it's still that, but covered by like dirt and other things.
Okay. Well, as I pass like pebbles, I just pick them up like instinctually.
Oh,
and
okay.
I just kind of like look at them and like roll them around in my hands and like flick them every now and then. Okay. Just like it's like a soothing thing for me to just like have rocks around.
Yeah, just grab rocks and just hold on to them.
Like look at them and flick them.
Cal, I'm always really impressed with just how you don't even have to bend over to pick anything up off the ground like that. You have those long, lanky arms.
I flick a rock at him.
What the heck?
As that happens and you're about to like turn the corner down this hallway, you actually see a female drow walking up down the hallway. And walking up and down the hallway. Yeah, that's the right terminology.
Walking
right there.
Towards us.
Walking towards you down the hallway.
I'm like, and I like start elbowing Glyph. I'm like,
this is Elamore, and she was in this dungeon way later than you were, and she already manages the clearer department, the department that you are a part of, that you have been working in and not being promoted in for years and years, and I don't know how old you are, but years and years at this point.
Is she hot?
She is attractive. She is an attractive
There you
drow
go,
elf. But
She has some good things going for her.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
But
She's on the up and up.
She walks over to you and she's like, Glyph, you need to clean yourself up. You're looking a little drab, and I don't want anyone that's a part of my department looking as drab as you.
I start smacking. Just so much dust. A lot of dust.
You
is
see
coming
her
off
just
of
kind
me.
of like backing up, just like,
Usually I try to keep better company, but my good friend Cal here, I always look out for him.
well, see that you keep yourself a little bit more clean, and I just, you know how it is with this department. I'm running it, and I run a tight ship. You know how it is.
You know, I do all the work that you give me. And I go deep into these dungeons and come back a little covered in ooze sometimes. And
Yeah, that's the thing.
it's part of the job, right?
When was the last time you saw an ooze?
Well, just last Tuesday.
You do work that I assign you, and
She said, "Do."
I don't appreciate this kind of disrespect. And granted, you're not under my
lady.
jurisdiction.
And I'm walking away.
And you just walk down the hallway.
Keep walking.
Nice one, Cal.
You're getting a demerit just for associating. I'm writing you up. Good day. And you see her walk past and just like keep going down the hallway.
I can't catch a break with this woman.
Did we get her name? Was that Gloria?
No,
No,
that
that
was
was Eleanor.
Ellamore.
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 Whenever I get a little down about these sort of things, I kind of entertain myself with with some dancing lights. So I'm just kind of walking down the rest of the hallway, just making them bounce around off the walls.
Yeah.
It's like, I still have friends. It's kind of a little
I
down.
still have friends. So yeah, you guys get there are like a bunch of empty seats. How close do you want to sit to the door or away from the door, or where do you want to
Is
sit?
there anybody else around?
No.
I'm gonna walk as far, as close to the door as possible.
Okay.
And just like probably all the way at the end of the hallway, just right next to the door.
Okay. All right. Are you trying to like listen for anything, or are you just trying to just sit? You just want to sit next to it.
Mostly,
waiting?
I'm trying to. Cal likes to sit on me, evidently. So I'm gonna
okay.
try to get it to a spot that looks open and far away.
Okay.
Wherever he goes, I'm not just going to take the chair next to him. I'm just going to scoot the chair that I've been sitting in. So just like, just all the way, an awful noise.
Man.
Just sit right next to him. And then I'm just flicking my
Flicking
rocks.
your little rocks. As you all are sitting there, eventually a little figure appears at the end of the hallway.
So help me, if it's that kobold, I'm murdering him right now.
No.
We're rolling for initiative.
Nope. It appears to be somebody you didn't notice earlier. It appears to be Ruben. So you
I
see.
still don't notice it.
Yeah. So you.
I like the idea that you glance up like really hurriedly, like, is that kobold? And then just completely forget, like, it's not the kobold. It's literally nobody. Completely ignore whatever that movement is now.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
what I thought it was. I don't care.
No.
Although you are a rock gnome,
Uh-huh.
which I feel like maybe I would,
That would
little camaraderie there, because rocks.
Rocks,
Rocks, absolutely.
Yeah, rocks for sure.
How far away am I?
You are now, I'd say the hallway is about 30 feet long.
Okay.
So.
And you, I know you said this. I don't remember. How, like, is it like just the two chairs they're in, or there like a line of chairs? What
There's a
about
line of chairs.
Okay.
There are a line. There's probably, I would say, on each side of the room, there's I would say about 10 chairs.
Okay.
And they are occupying the ones closest to the end of the hallway. Well, he's kind of bunched two chairs right up on top of each other because
Right.
he just scooted his into another chair
Yeah.
next to Glyph.
Okay. So I'm gonna just go lean up against, directly across from them.
Okay.
So we're on opposite sides of that door.
Okay.
You think you're going to get in before us, huh?
Yeah, you cut in line?
Yeah, you cutting? I'll cut you.
He'll do it. I've seen it.
Do
Those rocks are sharp.
do I know you?
Ooh, me?
I'm like just like really inspecting, like trying to figure out. I'm just like, yeah, really giving you like a hard look. Yeah,
I'm like looking at myself to see what he's looking at on me.
how long you worked here?
Boy, ever since I was a pup.
What floor did I get squashed on? It would have been where he's always been working.
Yeah, on the west wing of the top of the
Well,
dungeon.
you push rocks.
Oh, yeah. I push rocks. Yeah, I'm Khalladak Rock Pusher.
Yeah, that didn't ring a bell. I've lost my accent. I don't know what I'm doing right now.
I was like, well, that's
Getting
you're trying to reach his level of
trying to reach his
gruffness.
gravel. You look real familiar, friend. You got a real weird look, and it's standing out to me, and I can't play. It's gonna.
Well, I don't know many other creatures that look like me.
Except one, at least.
The one you were friends with.
That idiot glove nut. You thinking of glove nut? You know a glove nut?
No. I don't know.
Glove nut pebble presser.
I hadn't learned many names in my tenure here. My time here. Hadn't let me out of the cubes a whole lot. Have either of them been? Would I have ever encountered either of them?
You probably see them pass through the cubes every now and then, just to get something. Maybe go to the as a quick way to the lunch area,
like a mess hall or something.
Yeah, if they're just taking a shortcut.
Okay, it's gonna come to me. I know I've seen you somewhere.
Well, if you've been in the West Wing, then maybe you've seen my work. I push a rock.
What does that mean? You push a rock?
I push a rock down a hill and it crushes.
That's what that is. Yeah.
That you know me?
Yeah.
You know my work?
Yeah.
All right. We got a fan.
You killed my friends.
Oh, what?
Yeah, you don't look like most of the rest of us.
Yeah, man. You squashed my friends about 9-10 months back. I mean, only one of them was my friend. He's my brother-in-law. Glenn was my brother-in-law. I didn't really know Tom, Ben, and Lorne as much, and Arnie, I don't even know what happened. But Tom, Ben, and Lorne, I think they were good folk, and you squashed them. And Glenn they never did recover his body, is what told me. But I'm assuming you squashed him too.
Khalladak, that's got to be a new record. He counted 5 people at once there.
That's a strike. That's a strike.
Line them up.
You can't be mad at me. I'm only doing my job.
I was only doing my job. I was just coming here to down with the dragon, down with what Grundelwald.
Well, why'd you come down the West End?
I didn't know anything about y'all. We were just coming down, traipsing along, and so this boulder come down and squish us all. And that's, I always thought that those things were automated. I always thought that it was like you step on a wire or there's a button in the floor. But now I know that there's someone up there pushing those rocks, and it makes me angry. I didn't know that I had a person. I thought it was just a wire, and Glenn stepped on a wire, and Glenn, you're always clumsy. Stepped on a wire, well, kind of ruined everybody's day. But no, you're up there pushing rocks on people.
Yeah, I'm Khalladak Rock Pusher. It's what I do.
There's a bit of an ethical dilemma here.
I push rocks.
He's never
His
considered
friends
this
get
problem.
crushed by rocks. It's just a way of life. You come in the West End, I'm gonna squish you. That's what I do. I squish.
Yeah, what were you doing in the West End? That's where we push rocks down the hills.
Well, I know that now. I've been here for 9-10 months. I've been working here. I didn't know that when we was here trying to, make it to the dragon's lair and slay the beast and win the hearts of the public. And
You thought you were going to do all that?
well, if we slayed a dragon,
Look
better
at
believe
you.
it.
Look at you. Thought you were gonna. You thought he was gonna slay a dragon.
What is he? Have you ever seen anything
Stand
like
up
him?
real tall.
He's so little and tiny. Look, I'm trying to stand up and look bigger. I think he inflated his chest
I
a little.
reach over across the hallway, but can I still reach him?
You can definitely reach him
I
across the
pat him
hall
across on
with
top of
your
the head.
arms.
Yeah. Just one finger.
As you're doing this and you're tapping him on the head, all of a sudden the door goes.
I start to move him back.
Do I
so
have
he
any
doesn't get to cut us in
casting
line.
abilities at all?
Actually, yeah, you still have your full range of casting abilities.
Do I?
The thing is, yeah, it's not actually hampered by that. You're hampered because there's security that would do numerous things to you if you ever tried to use anything except your healing abilities.
Is the door opening outward or
It is
inward?
opening inward.
Okay, so we're not being covered by the door.
No,
All right.
no, that would be. just pushing you back into the chair. No.
As it starts to open,
inward.
I go, "Oh, that's me," and I just get up and go in.
So as you get up, you run into that little kobold, but he is pushing this tray on wheels, and on the tray on wheels is this big old mound of dust.
Is it on wheels?
Yeah, it's on wheels.
And I see him. He's pushing it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna look at him. I'm gonna like glare at him, and I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna. He knows, like it's not even. He knows I'm winding up for a fake sneeze, and I'm like, and just like blow so much like of my own dust and spit and air
Yeah.
across.
So as you blow all of this like onto him, he's just like, oh, go, gross. Oh, this is awful. Oh, I hate this. Oh gosh, now I'm covered in the dude. I'm covered in him. and you see him like wiping himself off, and he's just like, oh, I'm never gonna get bugbear out of my hair.
Is he standing in the like doorway?
Whoa!
Is Khalladak standing?
He's like blocking the doorway.
I want to
with
just
this
go right
cart.
between his legs and step in front of him.
Yeah, you can get in between his legs. And now there's a cart in front of you, and you see this little kobold, a little bit taller than you, on the other side, like coughing, and he's covered in this like dusty substance.
He said bugbear.
Bugbear, yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, I'm gonna pick him up again,
Yeah,
and I'm just gonna grab him and bring him real close. Well,
hey,
not
hey,
close
hey,
enough
hey.
that he can hit me.
yeah. And he's like, hey, nigga, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Did you say bugbear? I squeeze a little bit.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Why are you covered in bugbear ashes?
And
Why were you carrying bugbear ashes?
roll a perception check.
Can I roll an
Am I kinda like-
intimidation check?
Am I
You can
watching
definitely
him?
roll an
Am I watching him
intimidation
from
check.
my side of the door, just kind of looking over his shoulder?
Yeah, you can kind of like see in the room like a little bit past his shoulder. So you can see the
Can I see anything?
huh?
Or
Well,
I'm
roll
very
with
small.
advantage because you're squeezing his head.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That was a nat 1. 13, 15.
15.
15.
15. So 15 for intimidation, 15 for perception. In the ashes on the tray, you actually see a little golden tooth on the tray, just glinting there. And yeah, as you're saying that, he's like, yeah, it's Glubnug.
I didn't really like the guy. I'm a bit like perturbed, but I'm like, all right.
I'm gonna. So I reach around Cal a little bit. And I grab the tooth and I go. Well, I guess he's down to just one-anizing his teeth now.
Oh gosh.
And I just pocket it, just put it away.
He's like, I told you they were dissolving the West Wing.
I did not know that's what you meant. Oh boy. All right. I mean, where is HR? I need to go talk to them right now.
Well, hold up, man. I don't think he just rushed
behind. Like, so he points behind him.
Wait,
and
did he just go to? Did he
He
just
just
go?
went to Gloria, I think.
Yeah. So he's like pointing past him. He's like, through there. Gloria's working in there.
Does he have a little name badge on too?
Yeah. His name says Chuck.
Okay.
Listen here, Chuck.
Hey,
You're gonna tell us how we can get out of here, because I'm not about to get dissolved.
I mean, I don't know these things. I mean, I hear rumors, but I don't.
What are the rumors?
Okay, listen. I've heard that if there's a way, if somehow you're able to get into Grundelwald's office, that there might be a way. There might be a way to get into his office and break the spell. These are rumors. These are rumors. But that's a dangerous thing to do. There ain't no way you're getting in there.
Cal, ask him where Grindelwald's office is.
Where's the office?
Level 1.
What does this room look like at the moment? How big is it? Is there
The
anything
room
else
you're
it?
in is like a pre-room, like kind of like where like the secretary would be before you get to the next person.
Okay, so there's a door on the back of the wall closed.
Yep, on another door on the back of the wall that is closed.
I want to make my way over to that door and listen at it.
Okay, so you make your way past and like you see Chuck is just kind of like looking down at you like, What are you doing? Where you going? Hey, where you going? What are you doing?
I'm ignoring
You're
Chuck.
just like, okay. So he's like, you can't go over there. You can't go over there. I mean, he can't turn his head because you're holding his head. But he's just like, he can't go over there. He can't go to the door.
What's behind the door?
Gloria's in there. He can't just go traipsing into Gloria. He's got to talk to me first, and I got to let him in, and then to Gloria.
Hey, go on in. He said you could go in. Tell him Chuck sent you.
Does the door look dangerous to me as I'm approaching it,
looks
like warily?
No, it looks like a normal door. I mean, you can roll an investigation check on the door if you'd like. Whoop.
12 plus investigation is 0.
Oh, so 12. Yeah, it looks like a normal door. Like,
Okay. I would like to see if I can hear through the door. Is there is there another conversation? Somebody in there right now? What's going on?
So when you get to the door, you don't hear it. Well, you hear a voice, but the voice is like humming, like.
Oh gosh, so they're dissolving people. It's just
But
like a
nothing
day-to-day-
else. Just kind of like humming and. Da-da-da.
Can I check what the current like this? So this is an intermediate room.
Correct. It's like a little like half room.
I want to look around in this room.
Okay. So in this room is like a little desk that serves as like a secretary's desk, which you assume Chuck
Chuck is the
is.
secretary.
So,
Yeah,
so
okay.
you then around in the room, it's dusty, just like the hall was. Like, layers.
Is it dust?
Maybe not. Who knows at this point?
It's a big mix.
Yeah. So
You want to go sneezing everywhere.
yeah, at this point, some of it is definitely not just dust. But so he's like, well, actually, you know what? It's funny because dust is mainly skin cells anyway, right? So, yeah,
But it's not bone and organ.
Ash.
yeah. But anyways, the rest of the room is pretty like dressed down. There's not a lot in here. A couple shelves with like books on it and stuff, and then like a couple of what look like cabinets, like little kind of like tall cabinets, like with hinged doors on them, but they're closed right now.
Gotcha. I'm interested in those cabinets in the books. Are they in a language I can read?
Yeah, I mean, most of them are either in Common or like maybe a couple are in Elvish, but not like any weird, crazy language. There are a lot of like how to treat employees kind of books,
Right.
like
So it's sort of like a
all books about like how middle management should work and things like that.
He is
very boring.
so Glyph is all about that, and he thinks those are going to help him improve. So he's going to grab all of like the self help, or
Okay.
like the like.
There's definitely a self-help
I
book.
manage.
Yeah, somehow I
Somehow
manage. Yeah.
He sees that one, and he like, it's a little. Is it a good size? Like it's like a volume, or is it like a pocketable?
That one is probably, like a normal size, like
Right.
400 pages, 300 pages, something like that.
Cal still are you still done? Are you still going?
I'll just say that
You're kind of rifling over through the books.
Yeah, he snags like one or two of the books on managing behavior.
Okay.
Does Cal still have Chuck?
Yeah.
Oh
In
yeah.
his grip.
Definitely.
Okay, I want to walk over, and is there a desk or something that I can climb onto? So I'm like
There is
almost
a desk,
eye level with Chuck.
but not. I mean, the closest thing to them is the cart with the ashes on it. And
The cart
then-
has ashes on it.
Oh yeah. Well, not as many anymore,
They're
but
dispersed.
they were sneezed out, but some of them are still on.
Can I walk over and just like brush the ashes off and climb up onto the cart?
Yeah, you sure can. You just get up, you get over to it, and you kind of just reach your hands up. And
I just like climb up and brush them off and climb up and I get up there. So now I'm hopefully like eye level or close to with Chuck.
yeah, definitely.
I'll bring him down a little bit
I say,
and flip him.
hey, face him towards me.
Yeah.
Or I'll flip him around. Face
What-
him.
What happened? And I point down to the ground. What happened to this guy? What happened to this guy? I'm looking at you because you've got him. But
Well, he was dissolved.
well, what'd he do?
Well, he was. I assume I'm only the messenger here. I'm only the messenger, you see. But I assume it's because he was talking about this whole oneness thing and trying to bring everybody together, and he wanted to everybody to like to not work for Grundevald, and like that's just not gonna happen, man. And like you just can't just be speaking this badly about people.
And how did she go about dissolving him?
With her eyes.
With her eyes?
Her
Have I
eyes?
seen Glory before? Do I know what that means?
Nobody's seen HR in a while?
Nobody's seen HR. No. Okay. She just looked at him and he just turned ash.
Well, I mean one of her eyes did.
What does the other eye do?
I mean, she can just. She could have just blown a hole in him, I suppose. But when Grundevald says dissolve this side of the area, she dissolves.
You ever been to HR?
Is there like a...
Hey, tall, dark, and handsome. You ever been to HR?
Yeah, just the one time.
Well, who's in there?
That's glorious.
Just the one time.
He's tall.
This time.
This moment.
I look at Ruben. I'm like, hey, you know what? Me and Glyph, we're getting out of here, right?
That's my intention, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not looking
and,
like this
and
guy.
you don't have any more friends, right? You were just telling us you don't have any more friends.
Right, because you squished him.
Right. So you just want to come with us?
What an invitation.
Is this really how we get him in the party?
I'm going to look back at Chuck. All right, Chuck. Right, focus right here, Chuck. Right here.
Yeah.
Okay, so Glory's inside, and she's got... I'm speaking hush-hush. I don't want Glory overhearing me.
Yeah. I figured you guys were speaking kind of low.
She got eyes that'll dissolve me if I go in there and I start raising a fuss.
Well, one of them, yeah.
You're her secretary, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. What's gonna happen to me if I don't raise? If I just go, they said, hey, go see HR.
Yeah.
If I just go in there, don't raise a fuss, like Mr. Ashes on the floor here, am I still gonna get dissolved?
Well, what happened to you?
I was a cleric. I was a healer, and they just said we don't need you anymore.
Oh, yeah, you're going to die.
Okay.
Yeah, so you want to come with us?
I think we need to bring Chuck.
Yeah, we're bringing Chuck. You're coming with us, Chuck.
I don't want to go. I don't want to be
Well,
mixed
Chuck,
up in
you
any of
understand
this.
we can't leave you here to rat us out, right? You understand that?
Well, I understand what you're saying, but here's the
Or
thing.
I kill you.
Okay, I'm going with you.
All right, let's go.
Okay. So where do you want to go?
How
Back to the elevator, I guess.
would I
There's no
would
stairs.
would Ruben the Rock Gnome at level 2 have any understanding of what's behind that door?
Roll a nature check.
I don't know.
Well, something that's got an eye.
Got
that
a
can
dog that's got
dissolve
dissolving eye. Sounds bad. I don't want to go deal with that.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with that.
I'm really tempted to like go to the door and open it.
No. I like grab him
Are
by
you
the...
saying that out loud, or are you saying that as Paul?
I'm saying that as Paul.
Okay.
So because
yeah,
you're
I'm-
still over by the books right now.
Right.
Like you're overhearing all of this.
Okay, I'm gonna pick up Ruben as well. So I've got Chuck in one hand and Ruben in the other.
Okay.
I'm just gonna walk them. We're all walking out.
Are you resisting this?
Glyph,
at
let's
all?
go.
So
Wait, you picked me up too?
Yep.
So you walk out of the room. All right, and where are you going? Where do you want to go?
The elevator.
The elevator.
So how many levels does this dungeon have?
3.
Okay.
It has the main 1 dungeon, level 1, and then level 2 is the cubes, and those are filled with various different offices. It's where middle management works. That's where various other groups work.
What might I have back in my quarters, I guess?
Just some like various different like items of yours, like any personal items.
Cal, are we leaving like right this second? Do I have time to go back to our place and on level 3 and grab my stuff?
No. I don't have anything. I just have rocks. I can get rocks anywhere.
As you guys are about to head out, you hear come from the other room. You hear, Chucky, is there anyone else to see me? I'm expecting more people. And Chuck's like,
Chuck. So there's nobody here yet.
I'm like facing them to each other.
You're holding them.
I squeeze them a little bit.
Let him talk.
Roll an intimidation check again. Now with advantage this time.
17.
Oh, 17?
And my intimidation is +2, so
Yeah.
19.
So 19. Yeah, he's like, nope, not yet. No one's come yet. She's like, all right. Let me know when they're here.
We're getting out of here.
All right, so you...
Hey, Furball, put me down. God, that was straight up Chuck voice.
yeah.
Hey, Furball, put me down. Big guy.
Okay.
So you guys start making your way down the hall. You get to the end of it, and are you just like holding Chuck out like in front of you?
No, maybe to my side.
Oh, off to your side?
Yeah.
Like he is walking? Like you're...
No, I'm swinging my arms a little bit, so every now and then his legs will get to touch, but then they're like up again and back down.
Are you holding him by his skull?
Yeah, by his skull.
His poor neck is being strained like terribly right now. He's just like, you see him like he is holding on to your hand to just keep himself from, breaking his neck at this point. So
Where's the office, Chuck? Where's the office?
I just know it's on level 2. I've never had to be there before. I mean, not many people get that far. I mean, I don't interact with all the goblins who work that far down. I just know it's that way. If you go up there, you can make your way to the office. I know you got to take the east wing.
We're going there, so.
Hey.
Okay.
Wait, hold on a second. Can you bring him down here? Just to me. Just bring him right here with me. Yep. Can I pat him down? Has he got anything on him that's valuable, like a key card, hey, this like a ribbon that gets him into other places, money, anything?
Yeah. So make an investigation check.
Was it 2?
This is a 4.
Oh, it's 4.
As you're patting him down, you just kind of do a quick pat. If one of his pockets feels like it's got something in it, and you reach in and yeah, he's just got like 2 gold pieces in it.
I put him in my Sonon pocket with my rocks.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you stick those in your pocket. And do you just keep moving, or are you just checking on that?
Yeah, I just wanted to see if there was anything of like that would get us through a checkpoint or a door or something like that.
Yeah.
Aside from just having to like constantly put him and be like, let him through. I was hoping we could like have something in our hands.
Yeah. Nothing that is apparent.
Chuck, is he like respected at all? Do we know?
Oh, I mean, you don't know necessarily. You could, you'll find out.
Okay.
I feel like that's a no.
I mean, do you
Is this
respect him?
Yeah.
Chuck is about to get chucked. If he's worthless, he's gonna get chucked.
Is this the first time Chuck's interacted with us?
He interacted
directly.
with
I mean, you guys have seen him around before, and
Yeah,
he's
like-
always been kind of a little dick.
Okay.
So
All right.
yeah,
Always flipping the bird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He
At the end
likes
of the
to.
conversation.
He likes to lord what power he does have around, like by telling people like they're gonna go to HR. But a lot of times he just does work as the secretary or the ash pusher. So you guys make it to the elevator, and when you get there, coming from level 3 come 2 security guards, both dragonborns, and they are both like fairly well armored, but they're not like super huge metal armor or anything, but just they have metal armor, but they it's not like big plate mail.
Right.
And they're both standing there with their swords. They get off the lift and kind of look over at all of you and kind of take a look-see. They look down at Chuck, and Chuck is like looking up at them, like you see his mouth moving just like ever so slightly. Just please help me. Please.
Can I hear him?
I step forward in front of Chuck and I start a conversation with these dragonborn. I say,
Okay.
hey fellas, how you doing?
What are you doing with the secretary for HR?
Chuck? Oh, he was just leading us back to our floor.
You don't know how to get to your own floor?
I mean, we only come down here for lunch, and you get lost sometimes, yeah.
How long you been working here?
I'm clearly bluffing. Like this is pretty bad.
I mean, you can roll a deception
Nah,
check.
keep going.
Roll a deception check to see how well you're deceiving.
Do I need more color here? Like, all right, let's see how this goes. A 10.
A 10.
Can I assist? Can I step forward?
Yeah,
I got zero on
you
that.
can try.
I'm gonna walk up. Look, we were sent by HR. We got you heard about they're liquidating the 4th floor, the West Wing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's me, and apparently I'm first call, so I got to go get the rest of the clerics and got to go get the rest of the healers that y'all got working up there and bring them all down to HR. Apparently they got something big to do with all of us. Said something, we got to have a group meeting with everybody. All the healers got to get together for something. I don't know what it is, but we're going to get them.
We don't keep any of the healers on level 1.
Level 2.
How powerful do these guys look?
They look tough.
All right.
They don't look like ultra tough, but they look tough.
How long's this elevator ride?
We're on level. What level are we on?
You're on level 2, and you're trying to go to level 1.
Are we obviously at the elevator, or could we be going past the elevator? Like, what's this? Are we obviously like waiting on an elevator right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they now start like looking you all up and down. One of them draws his sword, and he's like, I think you're gonna have to come with us. I don't understand how.
I swing Chuck at him.
You're gonna swing.
I'm using him as a weapon.
At the guard.
Yep.
All right. So roll.
Wait. No, are we right at the elevator?
Yeah.
You are right.
Yeah,
at
like
the
they
elevator.
just came
I'm
out of the
going to
elevator.
Chuck at them
Okay.
as hard as I can.
Okay. Roll an attack. You can use strength.
Cool. 15, 18.
18. All right. That's gonna hit.
Oh, and then what kind of attack?
You can just do. This is technically like. I'll let it be a little more than an improvised weapon, but add your strength modifier to it, and then roll a d6.
He's hitting just one of them.
You can only hit one of them.
All right, 5, 8.
So 8. So you take.
And then I'm
Chuck-
running. And then I'm running to the elevator.
Okay.
Is the elevator open?
No, the elevator is still coming down.
Oh,
Like you
boy.
guys have still.
I mean,
not-
it's a lift. So
You
can we
can-
see it?
You can visibly see
Yeah,
the
you
elevator.
can see it's like coming down. So you chuck Chuck into this guard. It slams into him, and he slams against the back wall. Chuck's gonna take some damage from that.
Naturally.
I'll add actually, I'll just say
How far away is
he
he?
took the same amount of damage that you
Took
just
8.
dealt.
Is he dead?
Some laws of physics right there.
He is. Yes. No. You chuck him so hard, you just see him like, "Zack!" and his neck just kind of is like, and he crunches up into this guard, and he just like, his body just falls flopping on the ground. The guard is like, what the? And he just draws his sword. Everybody roll initiative.
That was real subtle.
Oh, I got a nat 1. I got a nat 1.
Well, you can still add your
plus
dex,
1.
So
Oh,
that's-
plus my dex.
yeah, plus your dex.
Not my initiative modifier?
It should be the same.
It's the same thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
plus 1.
Yeah, that's the same thing.
15.
So,
17.
okay, so let me keep track of this really fast.
Already got an attack. I threw Chuck. I chucked Chuck.
That was
Yeah,
that was your surprise round.
So he did get a surprise attack because he just decided to chuck.
Yeah, you chucked Chuck.
How much Chuck could a cow chuck Chuck? If
All right,
cow
so
Chuck could
starting
chuck
we
Chuck.
had a.
Good try.
Go ahead. So who got? Anybody get like 20?
15.
So 15 was the first highest.
17's highest me.
Yeah.
Or 17 was the highest. Okay, so 17. They had 3. So
So they beat me.
they did beat you. So top of the round we have Ruben.
Yeah, so I guess it's too late. We can't talk ourselves. Okay, all right.
Yeah, you're not talking to yourself.
Yeah.
in this
Narration
anymore.
Wow, that
Yeah,
was
is
that
this
was
your
just,
internal dialogue?
that
you're
was just
going?
Ruben just being like, it's a little too no more. We don't have a chance. We can't talk this out, guys. Okay, yep. All right, okay. As I'm saying that. This little lady, suppose can we salvage this conversation? And I'm just gonna do burning hands.
Oh, nice. On which one?
It is a 15-foot cone. So I'm gonna walk forward as I'm talking just a little bit.
Can I just want to say what this world? Now listen to me.
Now, guy, if you don't just
Turn it a boomhounder.
yeah, boomhauer. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying.
And I'm just gonna kind of like, as I'm talking, my hands are together like I'm pleading, and as I, this is partly me seeing what their reaction will be, partly me just walking closer, trying to be like non-threatening. And as I'm doing that, I'm just gonna spread my hands out and just like do that, and from my palms and fingertips, just a flame curtain just spews out at both of them. Any creature within a 15-foot cone makes a dex save.
Yep.
So they're going to take 3d6 if they fail, half on success.
Okay.
So their save is
a nat 20 and a 16 plus what is it, dex?
Save DC right now is only 12. So they both succeed.
They both
so they're going to
succeed.
take half.
Take half damage.
Can I borrow 6? So they're going to take
Sure you want
6.
that one?
No, I don't. They're going to take 3 points of damage. That's half.
Okay. So you walk up, fire just shooting from your palms. They both like see it, and the one guy's just kind of gets Chuck up in front of him to block the majority of his body.
Anything not being worn or carried that's flammable is on fire.
Oh, okay. So they had some like cloth on them.
Is Chuck
and stuff.
flammable?
Yeah, I guess.
All right.
I mean, like to some degree. His clothes definitely are. So he's blocking him with Chuck.
Catch on fire?
I mean, as much as any human, I guess, catches on fire, or any humanoid could catch on fire. So after enough time, concentrated, he'd be burning up. But then the other one kind of just dodges out of the way as this kind of just streaks past his chest, just kind of singeing across him as he's drawing his sword.
Okay.
All right.
And with the rest of my movement, I moved forward about, I'm assuming, 5 or so feet to get within range. I would like to make a hasty retreat.
Okay. So you just
Back. And as I jog past Khalladak, I kind of pat him on the leg. All right, furball.
All right, Glyph, you are up next.
Cool. So I think being the ranged fighter that Glyph is, he's gonna step back to the entrance of the elevator space.
Okay.
And try to use one of the walls as like half cover and lean out and draw his longbow and aim for the one that was holding up
Okay.
the kobold.
Holding up Chuck.
Yeah.
All right.
17 plus
yeah.
7.
That's gonna hit.
Oh my gosh, plus 7.
Plus 7.
Holy moly.
And then
Gosh.
1d8 plus 3.
Oh my
11.
gosh.
Okay,
11.
It's a pretty good shot, I guess.
Yeah. And you were aiming at the guy who had already been slammed into and had already gotten burned a little bit, right?
Yeah.
This one was holding Chuck.
Yep.
So as you whip out your bow and knock an arrow, you just pull back, focusing on him as he's like kind of trying to use Chuck to like douse some of the flames on him. He's not paying attention as you just fire.
Remember, this is my day job.
Yeah, this is your day job, and it is showing, and it goes right through his neck, and you just see him and just like fall to the ground, just in a heap inside of the elevator.
I'm on the other side of that same door watching, and just that's not bad.
All right. The single guard, is going to act now. The closest person to him being Khalladak, so he's going to make a swing on you.
Bring it.
Does a 13 hit?
My armor class is 13.
So he just hits. That's going to be 8. He whips out his sword and just swings it at you, standing right there in front of him, since you're the first thing he sees. Whips it out, slings it across you, just slicing you across the arm. But now you get to react to that.
Yeah, I guess I'm going to take out my great axe and just go to town.
You carry the great axe during your rock pushing hours?
I always have it.
Okay.
I mean, you never know when you got to actually finish people off after
Right.
you miss with the rock. You know, who knows what happens.
10-foot reach. Is that just from my thing?
From where you are, yep.
Okay. So.
But
it's
he's 5 feet from you right now.
all right, well, then I'm going to take one step back to get him in range of the blade.
So if you move out,
Oh,
he
wait,
will
that's
have a
right.
reaction to slice
opportunity
again.
strike?
Yeah, he'll get that opportunity attack. I mean, you can still hit him within the 5.
Yeah, I'll just go ahead and hit him.
You just wish you could use your long arms.
So I roll for a hit, right?
Yeah, roll to attack him.
Yoink. 7 plus 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So 13.
13.
Yeah.
13 will just hit.
Oh.
Oh no.
4.
A 1. 1 plus 3, so 4.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you took a swing, but I guess just your
I
arms.
needed him to be in range.
Yeah, your arms are just a little lankier than you were hoping, and so you do hit him as you bring your axe down, and it slices across the front of his armor, and it just kind of, and you see it cut into him, but it catches a little bit on his armor, and your arms are just kind of folded in on yourself.
Okay, as a bonus action, I'm getting pissed off that I
You're gonna
that piss poor effort. So going into a rage.
You're going into a rage. All right. Top of the round, we have Ruben back up.
Well, isn't this just a cluster? I'm going to cast Word of Radiance. So I'm sitting there watching this go down. So yeah, you got to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
So 12.
Yep, that's gonna be 16 plus 2. So
Then, yeah, I'm going to succeed on a Constitution saving throw, or so he doesn't take any damage.
Play with-
Bonus action, I will load my sling. Looking around, trying to wait for Khalladak to move.
okay. All right, Glyph, you're up.
Glyph's thinking about all the positive synergies coming from these two interacting with their pebbles that they're collecting and throwing. So. I think Glyph's going to repeat the same action.
Okay.
We're gonna try our luck again at this
Fire
longbow.
another arrow.
As boring as that is. Ooh, 15 plus 7.
Yeah,
It's a hit.
that's gonna hit.
And then D8 plus 3, 7.
7. All right. So you fire another arrow. Bam! It just lands. You see it clear, like it's so close to his heart. It just flies in and just sinks into the top of his shoulder, and you see him like he's like, and he's like gets it and he snaps it.
Help! Somebody! We've got some runners! We've got runners!
And he takes another swing at you, Khalladak.
If he hits me again.
19.
Yeah, he hit.
5.
Dude, what?
But half damage to you.
What's the situation with the lift right now?
The lift is almost down to you guys.
Okay.
At this point.
Okay.
It's probably got one more full round of this before it would touch.
Okay.
Cal, you are up. You just got sliced by this guy, but you're mad boy.
All right, I'm gonna hit him again.
All right.
All right, it's gonna be another 13.
All right, that just hits again. Your
Thought that was
your
a-
long arms are just getting in the way. They're
Yeah,
a little
I'm getting
too much
Gummed
for you.
up. 8. There we go.
There you go.
Plus 3.
Yeah.
So
you take another big swing. This time you get your elbows out of the way from your body, and you're able to just use the momentum of your body to carry this axe into this guard. How do you want to finish him off?
I'm gonna grab him by his head.
Okay.
I'm just gonna like pull him out to my full range.
Okay.
And then pull out my hand axe and just decapitate him.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you're pulling out a
Little
different
tomahawk.
weapon. 'Cause-
Yeah.
Well, you just made your attack with the great axe.
I know. I just want to use the hand axe.
Well, you
I
gotta
can't-
attack with the hand axe if you want to use the hand axe.
Okay, fine.
You can still use
With
your
the great axe.
Okay.
It's gonna be so big and clunky.
Yeah, you manage to get your arms wedged out as you get your hand out onto his head as you swing and step back a little ways and just swing your axe right into his neck as it slices his head off. Not quite as cleanly as you were hoping. It's a little
But I have a
messier,
head in my hand.
But you have a head in
All
your
right,
hand.
I'm keeping it.
Yeah. Okay, permanently or just
Well, just for now. I
for
might
now.
throw it at somebody again.
So you've got a big dragonborn head in your hand.
Sweet. That should do about as much damage as a Chuck did.
Yeah,
Is
about
this
that.
armor? How big is this armor?
His armor?
Yeah.
I mean,
Could I fit
fits-
it?
No, you're bigger than it.
So as I'm watching, as I'm looking in the room and I see that this is ended,
Yeah, you just see
I-
Cal just Now he's just holding this dragonborn head in his hand.
Just like I was holding Chuck.
Yeah.
I wanna listen back down the hallway. Do I hear anything coming?
Yeah, because there's a woman standing at the end of it, and she just goes,
Can I react before she screams?
no, because by the time you had already turned, you saw her screaming.
Okay.
You hear her, help, we have runners! And that's where we're going to end it.
Oh.
Wait, we're gonna end it now? It's not even 10 o'clock.
Well,
We didn't even get up the lift.
the lift has just touched it down now as that you finished it. Well, great job tonight, guys. You did awesome. Welcome to Grundevald's dungeon. You don't work here anymore. You're now
Decisively by.
you are trying to. This is a job that you are working yourself out of. That is for sure. Thank you, everyone that listened and watched this episode of Dungeons of the Dragons. We will be releasing weekly, so stay tuned for the next episode, the next installment of these employees who have just killed their way out of a job. That's for darn certain. If you're watching on YouTube, like, subscribe, comment, and ring the notification bell, because that's what you're told to do these days. Yeah, subscribe to the podcast for more, and we're looking forward to coming back and doing this next time. Thank you all for watching and listening.